Why is there such a push? What's the agenda by the abortion industry to kill babies without feeling? To bring a young mother in there and to take this life, what's the agenda? What's the push? Well, abortion is big business, everybody. According to Life News, it was another record year last year for the abortion giant Planned Parenthood. In 2018, on their annual report released a few weeks ago, it showed that Planned Parenthood aborted 332,757 babies in 2018, unborn babies, and reaped in a record $1.66 billion in revenue. So abortion is big business. And so anybody who would make a movie or want to say anything against abortion, they want to silence that. There's a movie out right now. Fox News reported that abortion supporters don't want you to watch the movie Unplanned. They gave, and this is supposedly put out by, I guess, a Christian organization or something leaning towards that direction, and they gave this movie an R rating, which meant the trailer could only be run before R-rated movies, and no one younger than 17 could see it without a parent's admission. A half dozen major music labels refused producers' requests to license music for the film. Many major television networks, except Fox News and Christian Broadcasting Network, refused to run ads promoting the film. It's a pro-life film, by the way. And curiously, the movie's Twitter account was suspended through no fault of its own during the opening weekend. And, of course, Twitter restored the account after outraged filmgoers flooded them with complaints. And I might add that the movie did very, very well its opening weekend. A lot of people and critics were saying it's not going to do very much. It actually did very well. And the film tells the story, the true story, of a lady named Abby Johnson. She's a former Planned Parenthood Employee of the Year, but now she's turned to a pro-life activist. And it gives the story over 8 years. She rose through the Planned Parenthood ranks from a volunteer escort to a counselor to one of the youngest clinic directors in the country. But everything changed one day when she was asked, rather than to run the front office, she was asked to assist in the ultrasound-guided abortion of a 13-week-old child. As she administered the sonogram, Johnson heard a beating heart and saw a human life. She could actually see it being performed. And she said, I could see its head, its arms, its legs. And then this will get pretty graphic. So if you got a child, you might want to say, hey, leave the room or plug their ears for just about 2 minutes. She said, I could see their hearts, their arms, their legs. Then she watched in horror as the doctor inserted the suction tube. This is on a sonogram. The baby jumped away from it, but it was all for naught. The abortionist turned on the suction and saw that the baby got sucked apart right in front of her on the screen and inches from the probe that she was holding. Well, as a result, she quit Planned Parenthood and joined the pro-life activists praying outside the gates of her old clinic, which, thanks in part to her efforts, eventually closed.